night and day. Now, this is a really good comparison to the A-Team, because my rating for the A-Team has been moved up from 7 to about an 8 or 9, because I really did enjoy that movie, and it's movies like this that make me enjoy it more, because when I saw the A-Team, I said, this movie is dumb and completely unrealistic. There is nothing in this movie that's mildly plausible. But, to its credit, in the 0.000000001% chance that any of that could have happened, at least the characters reacted logically to the situation, appropriate, and the characters were smart. They had good dialogue together, they had chemistry, it was well cast, the action sequences were good. Can't really ask for that much more than that. This is the opposite of that. Because this movie, I'm sorry, it just is ridiculous. Not to an amount where it's like, oh, it's fun, ridiculous. No, to an amount where it sucks ridiculous. This movie the characters in this movie are ridiculously idiotic. To a science fiction level. Idiotic. I thought that the twist at the end of the movie was that they were just a bunch of mentally ill patients that just got out of a psych ward. They're not a psych ward, just like off of a short bus. Because really, these characters are so stupid. Like, the cast of this movie is great. You got Tom Cruise, Viola Davis, Paul Dano, and Peter freaking Sarsgaard, one of the best actors in the world. Sarsgaard is wasted in this, completely. Why is he in this movie? He has no reason to be there. They don't use him at all. They don't even show his full body. The entire movie is a zoom on his head. The entire movie is this. I expect in the credits to say, and starring Peter Sarsgaard's pores. Because that's the entire movie. This is a terrible movie. I gotta change my rating on Robin Hood when I gave it. Because I gotta move it up to a 1. Because at the very least, at the very, 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 very least, it had some production value. This has terrible effects. There is this explosion at the end of this movie, which is so bad. It looks like a cheese ball exploded. It is god-awful. And, the characters, this is maybe my biggest problem, is that Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz are a couple in this movie. By the end of it, they are. I'm not spoiling anything there. But Tom Cruise is almost 50. Cameron Diaz is 37. And I found something very underlyingly creepy, especially some of the things that he says and does to her. Not in a James Bond way where it's like, this guy is really, like, he's just suave with women. He's a freaking pimp, dude. No, it's just in a creepy way. It's like, either you cast somebody closer to Tom Cruise's age, like Julia Roberts, or you cast somebody closer to Cameron Diaz's age, like Bradley Cooper, because they have okay chemistry, but I just didn't buy them because there was something very underlyingly creepy. And it's not like she's 15 or anything, but I found it to be really strange, and it didn't work for me at all. This movie runs way too long. I mean, I can't really say much more than that. It seemed like I was in that theater for an eternity. Especially with the characters. I cannot stress that enough. The characters were so stupid. There is a scene when Tom Cruise, they have this, the movie revolves around a battery. Now this is a pen cap, not a battery, but let's just pretend it is. There's a scene, pretend that this Kleenex is a bucket of ice. Alright, Tom Cruise places the battery on the top of the bucket. Easily could be found. Peter Sarsgaard goes up to the bucket, looks at it, and now this is the end of the movie. If he picks this up, it is over. And he goes, oh. Okay. No, he doesn't even do that. He just goes, it's not in here. Go after Tom Cruise. Hey, idiot! If you just would have picked up the damn thing right on the icebox, none of it would have happened. Lapses in common sense. Biggest draw with this movie is that it's just so stupid. At least they didn't set it up for a sequel, and at least Tom Cruise did try, and he had some funny scenes, but God dang it. Please, this movie has been getting fairly positive reviews. Are you kidding me? Please, write down in the comments why this movie is good. Because the character's dumb, the movie runs way too long. I gotta blame the director, because James Mangold directed this, and I can't remember, I can't think of the other stuff that he's directed right now, but this script is not good, but it's not horrible. If you just get in I don't want to say better cast, because the cast is good, but just people that work a cast with better chemistry, and punch it up a little bit, this could have been a really fun movie, and that's the most disappointing thing. When I walk into disaster movie, I don't think it's going to be good. I know it's going to be terrible. If it's good, it's a pleasant surprise, but I knew it wasn't going to be good, and it sucked. This movie could have been so much fun. It could have been great, and they just had every opportunity. I gave them so many opportunities to win me back in this movie, and they never did. This movie is idiotic, terrible, and stupid. I can't give it a 0. I just can't, because Skarsgård and Tom Cruise tries his hardest in this. But besides that, and there's the funniest scene I've seen in a movie this year, but I don't want to get into that right now, but besides that, it is a 0, but I gotta give it a 1, just based on that. So close. Don't see this movie, please. This is... Why? You know what? Why? The movie gods summon me, alright? They bring me Toy Story 3, the greatest movie of all times, and then they give me this piece of garbage. And these are the type of movies I like. I wanted this movie to be a lot of fun, and it sucked canal water through a straw. Dang it. Is this review good enough for you? Because I'm afraid that people are going to be like, oh, you forgot to mention this, this, and this. What more can I possibly say in this review? Because it pissed me off that I had a lot of fun making that Toy Story 3 review, because I connected with that movie emotionally. And some guy commented saying, you know what, this review was too flowery. You know what? If you say the word flowery in any context, let alone my reviews, you don't even deserve to watch my videos at all. So you know what? Leave! Don't watch them. I brought up every single solitary point about this movie that could have possibly been made. If you don't think that this is a good review, screw you! Because there's always that one asshole who always brings up something. This is the greatest review of all time. I brought up everything. 1 out of 10.